The 11th Parliament is expected to officially conclude business in late May 2026, paving the way for the 12th Parliament. As the transition draws closer, debate has intensified over the performance of the outgoing House and the direction the next Parliament should take. A section of newly elected MPs has openly endorsed Speaker Anita for a second term.
When you look at her track record for about maybe 4 years, she has been down to earth. She has brought Parliament to the people.
The ruling National Resistance Movement, NRM party's top organ, the Central Executive Committee, has reportedly endorsed the incumbent presiding officers, strengthening Among's bid.
The rules of procedure provide that the Speaker of Parliament shall be dragged in chair. So when you have had other people go and announce on radio programs, announce through press conferences, I will be standing, I wish to contest, there are supposed to be no contestations. It's supposed to be a process that organically grows within the view of the members after assessing different considerations of the body politic in Parliament.
Speaker Anita has previously described the 11th Parliament as a people-centered legislature that prioritized citizens' need. However, political actors continue to weigh in on its record.
Because the Speaker of Parliament can belong to a party. Wapakawulu was NRM, I think. But he attempted to be a neutral arbiter. They think they are in Parliament to facilitate NRM, not to facilitate the country.
This week, while appearing on UBC TV's political talk show, Behind the Headlines, analysts discussed the working relationship between the executive and Parliament and how it has shaped the country's strategic direction.
They are very good at PR. There is a difference, a world of difference between them and their predecessors. So don't joke with Anita when it comes to public relations and working with other people. I will be very surprised if she's not in touch with 90% of all elected MPs now. That she even remains a threat to the party if they took away this resolution which we are talking about. That's why Mapinduzi is telling you, without mentioning, that for the stability of their party. Because Anita is also fast. She's ahead.
So this talks a lot about why the president of this country and the chairperson of the NRM party is doing his best to keep us united as a country, and when he has an opportunity to make sure that his card plays best, like in this race, what you're calling ring fencing is a game of numbers where you have an opportunity that you have numbers, and these numbers are positive numbers that are going to create change, a wind of change, like the female card and the female empowerment. Then I call it a big win and not ring fencing like you were saying.
State Minister for National Guidance, Godfrey Kabyanga, explained why the NRM Central Executive Committee may have opted to back the incumbent leadership.
As a party, but party politics is all about staying in power, by the way. You must assure you're in power, and you must assure you are everything you do strategically has to maintain you in what? In power.
Some senior members of Parliament described the current House as increasingly becoming a platform for political expression and party positioning, sometimes at the expense of broader national interests.
But we're saying that as an institution of Parliament, and I want to trust that this is what the Right Honourable Speaker plans, we will also have an element of helping members of Parliament through the induction and orientation process, because a reflection of the leaders demonstrates how a country is taking its direction for the future.
So that if you have a very good ideas in the opposition, how do we interface with those ideas from government, put them together, and advance this country? That should be the agenda of the 12th Parliament. But if you come and you're like, we are going to fight them, you come, you're in government to fight the opposition, or you're in the opposition to fight government, I can tell you there will be no progress. This is not a place for regime change.
Analysts also point to what they describe as a growing trend of populist politics influencing parliamentary debate and legislative priorities. They further draw comparisons between the quantity and quality of laws passed during the 11th Parliament.
Honorable Zake, listen to me. Honorable Zake, there's a gun in the house, Madam Speaker, I beg,
This new trend of politics accommodates more populist politicians than realistic politicians. You can see how we have been conflicting in passing so many sensitive bills in Parliament. For instance, the UPDF Act.
If you look at the bills we've done, the motions, the processing of accountability committee reports, quantitatively a lot of work has been done, quantitatively. Then you measure the quality, but quantitatively work has been done. We do all the work of Parliament and on time.
We are finishing the 11th Parliament without some of the most volatile incidents like the ones you saw in 2017, as you recall, during the processing of the constitutional amendments, and again the one in 2018 when we were processing the tax bills specifically. We have also processed the anti-homosexuality bill, which the Right Honourable Anita among steered in the House. All these were contentious legislation, which could have created a little bit of disharmony within the Parliament. But the gentility with which the 11th Parliament has been able to deal with this aspect demonstrates to you the tact and the intelligence that the Right Honourable Anita Among has in as far as dealing with even the most complicated political things.
Emphasis has been placed on improving consultation processes and streamlining collaboration between political actors to promote constructive politics in the 12th Parliament.
And we are always traveling to Entebbe State House to have consultation meetings and agree on the position of the party. So it is not true that there is no time or we have limited time when bills are brought. We first discussed these bills in a broader sense during our caucus meetings, and eventually when we agree on the position and the position of the political party, that's when the bills are brought and then we pass it. So there's no friction there whatsoever.
Bukono County MP-elect Persis Namuganza is the only candidate so far to publicly declare interest in the speakership. Meanwhile, Norbert Mao, whose Democratic Party, DP, has a cooperation agreement with the ruling party, is reportedly still consulting. Although she won on an independent ticket, Namuganza's bid has introduced fresh dynamics into the race, with some political observers warning that it could heighten divisions.
We will debate passionately, even when we have disagreed. That is democracy, but we must do so with decorum, discipline, and mutual respect.
As the clock ticks towards the inauguration of the 12th Parliament, attention now shifts to how the next speaker will navigate the fragile balance between party interests and national priorities.
Sergeant at arms has checked and there is nothing.
Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.
Yes, there is nothing.